Hi, this is Arthur Carmazzi, best-selling author and currently ranked as one of the world's top 10 thought leaders in organizational culture and leadership. And Lily Lau, master trainer, CEO, and all-around awesome person. And welcome to the Experts MBA. Ka-ching! Okay, so today we have a very special guest with us, and that is Lily Lau. Now, okay, I kind of introduced her briefly, but let me tell you a little bit more about Lily. Okay, Lily is the Directive Communication licensed holder in Malaysia. So that basically means she is the master trainer. She is allowed to train and certify directive communication trainers in Malaysia. And she is also CEO of Culture Dynamics DCI, which is our joint venture partner in Malaysia. Now, just a little bit about Lily before. Okay, she was one of the first people that we certified many years ago. And the thing is that Lily does not come from a training background. In fact, she was like, oh my gosh, should I train? Should I be a trainer? You know, is that something like I want to do? And all of these different things. So she had some real issues on whether she was going to be successful, whether she was going to be able to, achieve what she wanted to, because she had a really good, high-paying job. And basically, she just wanted to have a little bit more freedom and kind of get away because, she felt that the people in her job were not really appreciating her as much and giving her the credit for her potential. So she wanted to kind of like go off and venture on herself, but she was a little scared, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so so during the Experts MBA, what I'm going to do is we're going to ask Lily, well, what are some of the things that she has done to succeed? And let me kind of give you a little bit of a frame of what success is. Okay, Culture Dynamics DCI, makes over makes seven figures every year. Okay, now it's in a reasonably pretty good way. Okay, so you've got an organization that started from zero. Okay, from a trainer who wasn't a trainer, and is now making over seven figures a year. All right, and I'm going to, basically, you probably want to know how she did that, okay? So I'm just going to ask you, okay, Lily? So what would you say would be let's say the three things that you feel helped you to succeed, to build CDDCI to what it is today?
Okay, firstly, what I would like to say is that I want to thank you, Arthur, right? He is, right, one of the person who have really supported me to embark on this journey of training. As he said, I have no training background, but when I decided to take this challenge, well, I went through lots of ups and downs, and I didn't have the experience. But what I can tell you was that Arthur, right, and with his DCI International, he was there, and he helped me, he gave me advice, and he supported me. Right, and he gave me tips, it's like a lot of how to, to do this, to do that, and that's the way. And what I did was, I took his advice and started it. There were some problems here and there, but what I want to say is that eventually, the methods work. Eventually, right, it will turn into something. And this is what I would like to say that, DCI is an organization that is there to help trainers, especially budding trainers, people who aspire to go into the training. And this is where the network that we do have the systems, and we do have the power and energy to support one another.
Wow, okay, well, thank you, Lily, and I'll pay you later.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so so that's number one. What's another thing? What's one more thing that you think has helped you to really, build your business to, a good high seven-figure
And of course, I think it also takes me, my personal challenge, my personal perseverance of what I want to do, what I want to achieve. And as said by Arthur, I didn't come from a training background. But what I wanted was to do something different, not the 9 to 5, and I wanted to test myself how much can I really do and what can I really do without working in a corporate, in a system. So so with me, with my determination and all the perseverance, it does help, right? And the other thing is that it is the DC tools and the DC system, and it is something that is unique and different from the rest. When I go in and see clients, I bring my tools, I bring my CBC cards, and I play with the people that I meet. And what I can tell you is that people do get impressed, and this is where you can start to generate interest in people, and they will remember you. You may not get the job from them immediately, but they will call you maybe sometime later. So this is what I want to say is that DC is something that's really very good.
Okay, Lily, when you were talking about like your point number 2 about like your perseverance and everything else. Now, Lily did not go on the basic trainer thing. She caught like the whole extended version, which was like the $12,000 version, which was not a small investment. Well, it's not a small investment for most people, but it wasn't a small investment for Lily either. I mean, she's dealing in Malaysian ringgit. We're dealing in US dollars, and so. What was it that helped you to overcome that fear to basically spend that kind of money to in this kind of a program?
Well, it was really a very expensive course, right? He have said it, and what I wanted was that I've spent so much. I wanted to recover my ROI, right? And that was one of the most primary thing in my mind, is that this money just shouldn't be spent like that, right? Not just in acquiring knowledge. Yes, acquiring knowledge is a basic, but I want to get it back. So that pushed me to do what I want to do and what I need to do.
But what was the thing that made you spend it in the first place? I mean, now you think it's like, oh, 12,000 bucks. Let's just go to dinner.
No, not dealer. Well, I think it is still the determination that I want to do something different. I want to discover myself more. I want to find out what else that I can do outside the normal 9 to 5 stuff. So that was the journey that I've decided to take. And I did, at certain point have certain like identity issues, like to find out, what else can I do.
Okay.
Right, and through discovering, my colored brain, my emotional drives, then I realized that I have lots of hidden potentials that was not leashed, right? And with it, right, I just go ahead and just release it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Lily, if let's say, for example, if there was like, you go to a client and they ask you, well, why are you different? Okay, why should I hire you instead of like some NLP trainer or somebody else that's got like a really good leadership course? What has been your success in you getting them to pick you, or for that matter, actually right now you've got a lot of the DC trainers that you've trained also that you send out for a lot of these trainings, but just to hire the CDD or Culture Dynamics DCI company to do training programs or culture development programs. Okay, what has it that has made you more successful? What has differentiated you? Why you?
Okay, my strategy is that I would say that I'm DC certified, and I will sell the methodology, which is DC. I mean, yes, if you talk about communication, there's so many other trainers who can do communication. I do communication too, but my communication, I incorporate colored brain, I bring out the cards, and I do the postures, and those are the kind that will make my course. Yes, it is communication, but it will stand out among the crowd.
Yeah, and now of course that we've got all the new technology that we're putting in with the systems that kind of connect everybody and all of that stuff. Are you finding that is really helping to take CDDCI to the next level?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Why?
Well, I think we are growing. as a network, we are growing, and with technology, which Arthur is very much into it, and he's developing so many online products and all that. And with his webinars and all this publicity that he's doing, it will definitely raise the profile of directive communication, and indirectly, it's going to I'm going to get the advantage.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the last one thing, if you just can tell one thing to help people to succeed, if they're trainers, coaches, speakers, consultants, what would be one thing that you could help them to, you could tell them to do?
Wow.
One thing to help them to succeed.
Join us.
Yeah, sign up here.
Yes.
Okay, other than that, I mean, besides, something besides like, hey, give us money, and we'll, transform your life and your business, but something else, like something that's like, what would be like one thing they could do by themselves, if, like, even if they say, you know what, I'm not really sure, I want to join DC and, I want to build my own business, what would be one thing you could help them?
Well, I should say, it is a relationship. Right?
Okay.
You may not want to join us at the end of the day, but to me, it's always the relationship, and if I can help, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that's Lily Lau, and if you like Experts MBA, remember that you can go to experts.mba/TV, and you can get all of our videos for absolutely free to help you as a trainer, coach, or consultant build your business. So this is Arthur Carmazzi and
Lily Lau.
wishing you great success.